Disco fever in Surrey Heath? It sounds like a fever dream, but it's the reality for one village thanks to Zohan, a barber who's living proof that you can't kill the 70s.
Oh, this sounds intriguing. What's the story behind this time-warped hairdresser?
Well, picture this. A man dressed entirely in black, looking like a Saturday Night Fever reject, trying to impersonate Dracula. His trousers cling awkwardly. His shoes are so shiny they could blind you. And his hair? Well, let's just say it's a statement all on its own.
Laughing. That's quite the mental image. Does he at least have the dance moves to back up this look?
Let's just say his moves are more enthusiastic than coordinated. But what Zohan lacks in rhythm, he makes up for in sheer commitment to his persona. He calls himself the Persian immortal of fabulousness and runs his hairdressing business out of a garden shed he's dubbed the Urban Fox.
A garden shed? That's unique. What's the ambiance like in this, salon?
Well, according to one sharp-tongued villager, it's the perfect place for the Persian immortal of fabulousness to unleash his glittery chaos. The smell of fresh mulch clashes with the overpowering tang of hairspray, leading another to quip, "Darling, it smells like a forest having a midlife crisis."
Oh my, I can almost smell it from here. But there's something endearing about a guy who's so committed to his aesthetic. What kind of, masterpieces does Zohan create in this fragrant wonderland?
Well, let's just say Zohan's haircuts are memorable. There's the avant-garde crown, which is basically a lopsided bowl cut. Then there's the disco porcupine, a spiky concoction that collapses in humid air. But my personal favorite has to be the phoenix fade, a blend of uneven layering that Zohan insists symbolizes rebirth, but the villagers think looks more like a lawnmower accident.
Laughing. Those poor villagers. How does he get away with this?
That's the thing. He doesn't really. The villagers have learned to embrace the chaos. Getting a haircut at the Urban Fox is as much a social event as it is a risk to their personal style. But Zohan? He's living in his own world, strutting around the shed like it's his royal court, declaring, "Beauty is war, my friends, and I am victorious."
Hmm. I have to admire his confidence, even if it is wildly misplaced. Does his unique approach extend beyond hairdressing?
Oh, you bet it does. Zohan's got this 1970s golf cart he calls the Mighty Beast. It's decked out with bejeweled accents, blinking lights, and even a faux leopard skin seat cover. It's like a disco ball on wheels.
Let me guess. It's not as mighty as he thinks it is?
Right on the money. The thing breaks down so often that Zohan started carrying a heroic cape to drape dramatically during mechanical failures. After one repair attempt ended in a small explosion that singed his eyebrows, he started wearing aviator goggles and declared, "The immortals shall conquer even machines."
Laughing. This man is unbelievable. Please tell me there's more to this disco fever dream.
Oh, there's plenty more. Remember how I mentioned he calls himself the Immortal? Well, he decided to expand his empire with a line of scented candles called Immortal Essence.
Oh no, I can already see where this is going.
His flagship scent was called Warrior's Musk. It was an overwhelming mix of cumin and old vinyl that drove one customer to tears. And not tears of joy, mind you.
Yikes. Did he actually manage to sell any of these candles?
Well, he tried. During the launch party, he attempted to light all the candles simultaneously. You can probably guess how that went.
Let me take a wild guess. It didn't end well?
It caused a minor fire in the shed. Zohan was running around shouting, "Save the essence! The immortal commands it!" while everyone else was trying to put out the flames.
Laughing. This man is a walking disaster, but somehow I can't help but root for him. There's something endearing about his unwavering commitment to his unique lifestyle.
That's the thing about Zohan. He's ridiculous, but he's got heart. And he's not afraid to stand up for what he believes in, even if what he believes in is, well, a bit odd.
What do you mean?
Well, there's his crusade against vegan pizza. Zohan firmly believes that if it doesn't have cheese, it's not pizza. He's been known to stand up in the local cafe, brandishing a fork like a gladiator's spear, and declare, "You dare sully the sacred name of pizza with this cruelty-free fraud? Mozzarella weeps for your sins."
Oh my god. How do the villagers react to these outbursts?
They love it. It's become a weekly spectacle. People gather at the cafe not for coffee, but to watch Zohan's righteous cheese crusade inevitably crumble into comedy.
I can just picture it. The villagers must have a field day with him.
Oh, they do. One time, after a particularly dramatic speech, Zohan tripped over his own chair and landed in a heap. The cafe erupted into cheers and applause as he scrambled to his feet, brushing himself off with the indignity of a scolded schoolboy.
Poor Zohan. But there's something almost admirable about his persistence. No matter how many times he's laughed at or how many of his grand plans fail, he just keeps going.
Exactly. And that's what makes Zohan more than just a caricature. Behind all the glitter and the outrageous antics, there's a real person, a husband, a father, a man trying to find his place in a world that's moved on without him.
It's a reminder that even the most outlandish characters have depth to them. Zohan might be living in a 1970s fantasy, but he's also navigating a complex family dynamic with his wife's traditional background and his daughter's journey to find her own path.
And let's not forget, amidst all the chaos and comedy, there's love. Ilandra, with her quiet strength, and Layla, with her blend of both worlds, keep Zohan grounded. They remind him that while the glitter of life is fun, the true essence of immortality lies in family, love, and faith.
It's a beautiful sentiment. And it makes me wonder, are we all a little bit like Zohan? Holding on to our own version of the past, our own ideas of who we are, even as the world changes around us?
That's a profound question. I think, in some ways, we are. We all have our quirks, our passions that might seem ridiculous to others. But it's those very things that make us who we are.
And like Zohan, maybe what matters most is not how the world sees us, but the love and connections we forge along the way.
Absolutely. Zohan might be the immortal barber of Surrey Heath, but his true immortality comes from the impact he has on his community, his family, and everyone who crosses his path.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired. Maybe we could all use a little more of Zohan's unapologetic zest for life. Minus the disastrous haircuts, of course.
Laughing. Agreed. And on that note, I think it's time we wrap up this disco-infused journey through Surrey Heath. To all our listeners out there, remember, embrace your inner Zohan. Dance to your own beat, fight for your beliefs, even if they're about pizza, and never be afraid to add a little glitter to your life.
And if you ever find yourself in Surrey Heath, stop by the Urban Fox. You might not get the haircut you wanted, but you'll certainly get a story to tell.
This has been I-Dophler. Until next time, keep it fabulous. And remember, in the immortal words of Zohan, beauty is war, my friends.
And we are victorious. Good night, everyone.